All right, here we are with the UGREEN Nexode Pro Ultra SIM fast charger. Now, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. Here in Europe, it was unavailable for several months, like let's say half a year, compared to the releases in the rest of the world. And I have always been thinking that they were custom designing it for the European market because of the plug. And it finally arrived, lo and behold, the famous UGREEN Ultra Slim fast charger. So this is not really an unboxing, although I'm unboxing this right now. It's just to show you how it looks like. And so I thought by myself, okay, this slim charger has been taking a while to be released in the European market because they were probably still working on integrating the European plug. The European plug being like this. So this is the 100-watt charger, and we can see it's way thicker. It's about the same size in surface, but you can see this typical European plug here. So I thought this was taking a while to develop it before they release it to the European market. And then is my surprise that we get actually the exact same charger as the American and Asian market, but then with some adapters. So basically, it is much slimmer than the equivalent charger that is not the travel charger version. So this is the 100-watt version. The 65-watt equivalent has exactly the same shape, is probably just a couple of millimeters smaller in thickness because of the power requirements for the elements inside, but basically it's the same thing. So as you can see, the slim charger is the same footprint in surface, except for the pins here. But it's much slimmer and it's much lighter. Now the weight is slightly the same for the 65-watt version, but as you can see, there's just no comparison. It's much slimmer and easy to carry, except of course for that plug, which is still the American version. And what's the solution from UGREEN to make that work in the European market? So let's open up the rest of the box here. I already removed the plastic sheets. So I'll just focus on the European plug. The UK plug is even bulkier, so we won't even talk about that one. This is just, so that's the solution they have. So we keep this up like this, and this slides on perfectly here. So it has a perfect match. It slides, it clicks, and then we have our ready charger. So in the end, what's the footprint now? So imagine this is what you'd have to take with you as a travel companion. Well, it made it worse. As you can see, it's thicker this way. The length, well, you save just a little bit here, but for the thickness, it's the same. The width, it's a bit wider because it's flatter, so there is no gain here. It's just a few millimeters difference. But the whole advertisement and the whole added value of this ultra slim charger is the slim thing. And even when you take this off to put that like this in your suitcase, you still have to take this with you. And UGREEN has their own travel case, specially made for all their chargers and cables and so on, which I have. And that's very practical. So the cables can go in here, so you can have all kinds of cables, all UGREEN cables, by the way. And then you can put the charger in. But even if you have to put this thing in somewhere, no matter how you turn it, no matter how you make it fit in any kind of case, this has always width, has always some kind of height. Even if you put it in like this, between these two lines, you see it's still very large and it's still bulky. So there's my big disappointment with this travel charger. Then I've been thinking, I remembered having seen adapters like this. These things cost just a few euros or a few dollars on Amazon for a whole set of them. So there are these ones that takes all kinds of inputs. So it takes the European plugs like this. It also takes the American plugs like this. And that's much slimmer. I mean, if you want to go for the slim thing, this is what you really want. So basically, this little gadget saves the day. So I'm keeping this travel charger after all. But I would not recommend using these ones because this is universal. It allows me also to use like Swiss plugs and Italian plugs, which have their own custom earth in the middle to make them fit in a European plug, should I have to. But the best thing is to really use the ones that only take the American plug, so to take these ones. So you have, it's more stable, it fits better. So I've always had a little grief with these plugs, these American plugs. There are little holes in here, and inside there's a little notch that would fit in here to make it really hold very well, but it doesn't. So it's in the slot, in the little hole right here, but then there is this much that's left, and it's not really solid. It's really barely hanging on, so you really have to put it in all the way. But it's a solution. It works. So that's it. So this is the only way to make the travel charger really travel friendly. And forget about this thing. So I mentioned the UK plug. So if you really want to see it, it's even worse because the UK plugs are really bulky. They're really solid. Most of the plugs are huge. And they have usually also, they have this huge size because most of the plugs also have a security jumper inside, which is not the case here. So you only have the bulk. You have the bulk footprint, but not really the advantage. It's a bit slimmer in length for the depth because you don't have this part. So that's also something they could have improved. Now that I'm looking at this, they could have removed this part and only keep these. But then again, the European plugs also have an inset, and then you wouldn't be able to plug them in, so you would be back to scratch. So they couldn't really do it. So it's more bulky, it's useless, forget about that. Get one of these. They're sold by multiple, so you can buy just a single one, but if you take a set of 2 or 3, it's about the same price, so which means per set, per unit, you would pay a third or half the price. They even have them per 5. You only need one, but you never know. So that's about it. I hope this was useful. And I'm looking forward to actually taking this on a trip.